The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is a game that is shrouded in mystery. We have gotten a few trailers over the last few years that have given us some answers, but for every answer we get, it seems like 5 more questions pop up after it. We do know a few things. 1, we have a firm release date of May of 2023, and 2, we know this green glowing arm is going to be integral to everything about this game. Not only is it going to be involved in the plot and the story, but it is actually going to be involved in the gameplay. So in this video, I'm going to kind of break down what we've seen in the first few trailers, kind of seam them together, and kind of put together a little fan fiction of what I think is happening in these first few trailers, and more importantly, what this arm has to do with anything. Guys, if you're new to my channel, I do a lot of Zelda theories, talk everything Nintendo. I am a small indie YouTuber, so every single sub really matters. So if you wouldn't mind slapping that old sub-a-rooney button and giving it an old like, I would really appreciate it. But let's get into this Tears of the Kingdom theory video on what is this green arm all about. If you've been enjoying my Zelda theory videos, definitely think about joining my Discord, where we talk about Zelda, Nintendo, and all things gaming. That community has really been growing. You can also support the channel by joining my Patreon. Every single dollar goes back into the channel, and every single one of my Patreons gets a shout out at the end of all of my videos. But now, let me tell you a little story about what I think is going on in all of these trailers. At the end of Breath of the Wild, Zelda and Link have defeated Calamity Ganon and decide to go on into Hyrule to see what kind of destruction has taken place and any other mishappenings that are going on. Throughout their journey, they see many cave paintings and hear rumors that there might be something happening under Hyrule Castle. So they find a cave system and start their adventure. They decide not to go along and bring a new animal friend who could really support them by bringing supplies, weapons, and whatever else they need. Little do they know, this is a long journey. They have to go through many caves, go under bridges, and even stop for water breaks because, they're tired, boys and girls. Throughout their journey, they see many other cave paintings that point to something else going on here. So they continue their journey. Suddenly, out of nowhere, they see an opening in the cave. There's a lot of familiar hieroglyphics around and statues that are very similar to the Zonai. And they go through, and as they go through, they see a glowing green light. And as they get closer to that light, it gets brighter and brighter. They are about to come across the decaying corpse of Ganon himself. But what's more interesting, there's a glowing hand that seems like it's forcing Ganon down or imprisoning Ganon into his slumber. Link and Zelda can't believe what they're seeing. This green hand is putting up a spiral of green clouds and awe, and Ganon is so imprisoned, but he's still far away, so they decide to go in for a closer look. They get closer, and they get closer, but then the ground starts to tremble, and it feels like an earthquake, and out of nowhere the ground splits open, and Zelda falls. Right before she falls into a bottomless pit, Link is able to grab onto her with one hand. Link is able to maintain his own safety by holding onto the rocks himself. But Zelda is slipping. She's slipping out of her hand, and as she's slipping, Link is slipping too. Link is about to fall into this bottomless pit as well. At the same time, this green hand kind of seems like he knows what's going on, and he almost seems conflicted. Should this green hand hold on to Ganon and keep him imprisoned, or save Link and Zelda? At the last possible second, the green hand grabs onto Link's hand that's about to slip and grabs him tight. But unfortunately, Zelda is still slipping, and she's slipping, and oh no, she fell. The green hand was able to give Link just enough energy to pull him back up from the rocks, but at what cost? Now that the green hand is no longer holding Ganon down, Ganon becomes reanimated and malice starts pouring out of him. Link is distraught about Princess Zelda, but he knows this threat right in front of him is something he has to deal with. He goes to pull out his Master Sword, but the malice attacks first, destroying the Master Sword and leaving Link damaged and about to die. Link falls to the floor unconscious as the malice surrounds his lifeless body, but the green hand knows now is the time. So he combines with Link's green hand, giving Link just enough energy to stand back up and put a green protected shield around him. All he can do is watch as malice spreads throughout the cave and starts pouring upwards and killing everything in sight, including this little mouse guy. Link is completely safe. His arm is all twingy and green, has really formed gross nails, and is combined with the green hand. He is in a safe bubble of green, but all he can do is watch as the malice spreads through the cave system, coming out of Death Mountain and Hyrule Castle. There's so much malice now that the rocks above him start shaking, and Hyrule Castle begins to lift into the sky. All Link can do now is watch as Hyrule Castle is lifted higher and higher into the sky, surrounded by malice. Now the castle is in the sky. Link is distraught. Princess Zelda is gone, and now he's left with this mysterious green hand that has been protecting him all along. Now Link must go forth, not only repair the Master Sword, find out what happened to Princess Zelda, but defeat this resurrected Ganon before it's too late. Now, I'm not saying this is how the game is actually going to start, but it could start this way. It would be very, very dramatic that not only are we trying to find Princess Zelda that fell down this cave system, but also go on repair the Master Sword. So in this scenario, Princess Zelda isn't captured, she just fell. So maybe Link needs to go further down into the caves, rescue Princess Zelda first, and maybe Princess Zelda will be more involved in the plot of this game than we originally thought. Hopefully she just won't be kidnapped or gone for the whole game, but actually have an integral part to the story and the gameplay. What I really want to know is, what do you guys think of this theory? What do you think of this little fan fiction I made? Do you think this is pretty accurate? Do you think it's kind of crazy? Let me know down in the comment section. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said earlier, if you want to support the channel, you could just hit a like. I would definitely appreciate any sub that you could give me. As I said before, I'm an indie YouTuber, so every subscription really does matter. You could also support the channel by joining my Discord or, really contributing to my Patreon. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I have more Zelda Theory videos in the works. And as always, I'll see you on the flip side.